Look what the cat dragged in. The prodigal son. A diamond in the rough, risen from poor street trash to the godlike ranks of Technomancer. Now tell me, why am I so lucky to be in your presence?
I'm looking for a caravan of merchants. They were supposed to be in the exchange. Word is they were escorted to the slums, and you may know something about it.
Yeah, rude little men. My town, my streets. Uninvited competition who lack even the common decency to offer a little token of grace in exchange for their presence. If you're ready to settle their debts, I'd be happy to usher them back home.
These merchants were involved in some outside business that requires interrogation as soon as possible. You can either help me find them, or we can always turn our attention towards your business affairs. Your call, Anton.
So either I turn a blind eye or you do. Fair enough. Very well. Let's be magnanimous and hope that you will be too. You will find your suspects in one of our warehouses. Go see the guards and tell them, he who profits will deserve honor. They will give you the keys. Business is business, and now that ours is done, I will trust in your discretion.
Who are you? You don't look like a guard to me.
Because I'm not. Name's Zachariah and Mancer, lieutenant in Ophir. If you're the merchant who got himself kidnapped from the exchange, I'm here to get you out.
I am indeed. Fiorello, master of the caravan. The shadow still protects me. But I doubt you came to help us out of the generosity of spirit. Am I correct in that presumption?
Ian Mancer, great master of the Technomancers, sent me to talk to you.
Ah, I see. Yes. One of my favorite clients. And a man with whom I, indeed, have some information to share. Aurora has discovered a new site, not far from the Shadow Path. A site filled with objects of incredible condition, and even a relic, as rumor has it.
News I'm sure the great master will be glad to hear. You should go now. Get back on the exchange as quick as you can.
I'm not one to dally, Mancer. I'll see you around, I'm sure.
Looky you! Glad to see ya. Can't tell you how much your help was. It is appreciated. Other things might have worked themselves out in time, but who has time these days? And you sure saved me the hassle. You're a Technomancer?
I am. Zachariah Mancer.
I'm lucky, in name and in life. You Mancers all stick together. Know each other real well, don't you?
Know each other, maybe, but we're scattered between here and the front.
Right! The front. Of course, the front. So, I take it you know where I can find I believe his name is Master Connor?
He's still in town, away from the front, training recruits.
Lucky again. Just what I wanted to hear. Think you might be up to do me a favor?
Either way, I'm here. Tell me what you need.
Simple. To meet Master Connor and relay some information. With your help, of course. Without your help, well, being just a simple merchant, unwelcome outside the exchange, I suppose it'd be a bit harder. If not, impossible. You know as well as I do, a common merchant can't just stroll up to the likes of a master. So, you get me in front of him and I'll owe you one. How about that?
I'll see what I can do.
And I'll be much obliged.
Connor, hello.
My dear Zachariah, a pleasure as always to see you, and my gratitude for your help. Now, please, stop calling me Master. You're one of us now. What brings you here?
I met a merchant fresh off the exchange who'd like to meet you.
Strange. Some delivery I'm not expecting, or something else?
He only said he had information to give. Didn't say what, but I thought maybe there was a chance he learned something about some relics during his travels.
Relics are more the great master's field of expertise than mine. I like to stick to molding our young recruits, but come, let us see what this is all about. Is it really you, Andrew? Can it really be?
I hate to disappoint, Master Connor, but I don't die easy. And I have a little too much pride to just let myself be tossed out with the trash. We got some explaining to do.
We did not toss you out with the trash. We just did not know how to help you. Your talents were uncontrollable. So we sent you away. hoping you would forget and move on.
Hoping I'd forget? When? As 10 years of my life wasted away at the hands of a merchant? I want my goddamn life back, asshole.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how I could make it up to you.
I don't know. But you can be damn sure I'll think of something. Get out.
Andrew, I cannot tell you how remarkable to see you. Simply remarkable. Pardon me, Zachariah. You cannot know how unexpected this was. Thank you. I must now return to the source.
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
What does the name Andrew mean to you?
The long version of the name Andy? How about a last name? No? All right. Give me a second. I have a vague recollection of an Andrew linked to an accident at the Technomancer school years back. That what this is about? Some affair at the school? If it is, listen closely, Lieutenant. You're an officer now, not a school teacher. And I can't afford to have your attention divided. So get your head around that and out of the schoolyard. We clear?
Of course, Captain. Crystal clear.
They're trying to open the roof. You! Up there! Stop! Stop! It's Nisha! Listen to me! Stop! We'll take care of the creatures!
I'm sorry, Nisha! I'm stopping right now! But I'll only be able to open the doors for you once the area is completely secured!
Nisha, I'm so glad to see you. We were starting to get worried about you. The news from Ophir sounded a little chaotic. You look healthy.
Worried? About me? Give me some credit. Let me introduce you to Zachariah and Mancer. He's the reason why I'm here.
Look at that. The Technomancer who saved us from the Vori. Interesting. Very interesting. Happy to see you again. Now I understand why the Prince was insistent. He'll want to see you as soon as possible.
The Prince?
Dandolo. He rules our city. If I were you, I wouldn't keep him waiting. He loses patience quickly. There's nothing like fresh news for him to be on pins and needles. But don't worry, he's a charming man, and he loves Nisha.
Very well. I'll go see him. Wait up. Your name's Andrew, isn't it? We went to the academy together. But didn't we... I overheard you talking to Master Connor after I brought him to meet you.
I guess you overheard. Very well. Come find me once you've met with the Prince. We'll talk about it. Go now. Don't keep him waiting. Hey, there you are. Your meeting go well.
As well as hoped. Thanks.
Then let's get down to business. You know who I am. You know my past. You know what little I have left. What are you gonna do about it now is the question. You gonna use what you can against me? Or let me carry on with the small life I've managed to build?
I want to help you. What can I do?
Some things can't be healed, Rogue. Like that scar across your face. I'm guessing you got it the day I lost everything. And was reduced to a sad, broken, armless shadow of what I might have been.
Some things can't be healed, but most can be mended, friend. Let me ask around. It might be a long shot, but maybe you'll find a new reason to call yourself lucky again. We'll find someone who can lead you back to your gifts. I promise.
I may be bitter, but I'm no less grateful. Thank you, Zachariah. A little show of kindness goes a long way.
What happened that day?
I had a surge. A big one. One even the Masters never saw coming, literally. Before they even knew what was happening, I electrified everyone and everything around me. It screamed like thunder from my body, before the ceiling itself finally collapsed in on me. I woke up in the infirmary without an arm, surrounded by all those powerful masters who stood there shaken, whispering, their eyes still filled with fear. Then everything went dark again, and I woke up in a sand sail.
Why aren't you with your family?
Right, my family. They were small-time merchants. I'm sure real proud their son was gifted with technomancy and was joining the school. But they were also scared as shit of me for the same reason. We're all scared of what we don't understand. It's why so many fear us both. Not that I'm sure any of the masters even asked them to take me back. It was more important to them that I disappear for good, to hide what happened, keep the illusion of their infallibility intact. Also, to hide the fact they had people among them who had the power to take down entire buildings. No, I had to go. In some ways, they even did me a favor.
And you never tried to reconnect with them? Even after you got free?
No, I looked for him. Even tracked down my father. He was just this old man. Didn't even recognize me. And if he did, he'd probably just hate me for what I've become. A crippled outcast. Not something you'd put your pride in. So I let it lie. Just walked away.
What about your gift? I thought people died if they didn't use their fluid.
It's a myth. There are rogue technomancers out there. Not a lot, but a few. They know how to control their fluid surges. Probably the only thing that piece of shit Marcello could take credit for. He introduced me to one of those guys, and after that, I learned to control it the hard way. The irony, no? I'll never be a technomancer now, but I control the fluid better than any of Abundance's masters. Not for power, just to make sure my own brain doesn't fry.
What have you been up to since you left?
What have I done? Well, after spending 10 years of my life as a slave trying to pay that piece of shit Marcello back for what he called my debts, traveled in his luggage hold, did his dirty jobs, whatever he needed to get his business going. Carried crates, drove sand sails, shoveled sand, ran errands, but mostly just picked his customers' pockets. I traveled a lot, though, if I'm going to find any silver lining in it, and have earned my damn place here in Noctis. Even if the price of that has been rarely sleeping in a real bed or reading a book that wasn't about accounting.
Should have remembered you. Back when we were kids, the world just revolved around you.
Really? How so?
You were quite the charmer. Everyone gravitated to you. Made me feel like I didn't even exist. I was just one of the many kids who dreamed of being your friend. Remember the feeling more than anything else.
Funny you remember that. Yeah, we were both kind of... Neither one of us really fit in. We were just outsiders in different ways. I tried to do too much, tried to make up for being different. You were just always yourself. You must have felt so alone, but you never made friends just to fill the loneliness. Never thought I'd see you again, Zachariah. Let alone ever have this conversation with you. I'm happy to have found you. Again. Even if it comes with all those bad memories.
What do you think about Andrew? He comes from Ophir like you, and he could have become a technomancer, but he had an accident.
I remember, yes. You know that I was the one who had spotted his abilities and had taken him to school, as I did for you? I thought that he was dead. That's what I was told, that he was dead. I shouldn't have listened to them. He looks perfectly alive now.
Yes, but he lost an arm during the accident, and he can't use technomancy anymore.
How so? That's ridiculous. Technomancy has nothing to do with arms. It is all in the head. You just have to... Let me think. Yes, I think that with... Yes, that's it. With a full Technomancer kit, I would have the parts needed to create a bypass on a classic prosthesis. But I would need my notes to do that.
Your notes?
I studied technomancy as well. Anyway, from a scientific standpoint, obviously. I have never thrown lightning bolts, and I can't do it physically. Moreover, those kits wouldn't suit me, I'm sure.
Scott, you studied technomancy?
Yes, and I had conducted in-depth research on the way in which your neural network expressed its static charge throughout your equipment. But all this is old. I can't remember it all, and I left my notes in Ophir. I won't have any trouble helping that boy if you bring me my notes and the equipment. You wanted something else?
No. Thank you, Scott. I'm gonna try to bring all that back. I brought you back what you asked for.
Oh, you found the ostrich egg cream.
No, but I found your notes on technomancy, and I found a full kit. For Andrew, the prosthesis.
Ah, yes! The prosthesis. Give it to me. No. It shouldn't take me long. Roughly a few hours, just enough time to go through my notes. It would go even faster if you gave me a hand. You really didn't remember to bring me any cream. That's too bad.
Very well. I'll help you. Pass me the prosthesis. So, Scott, success?
Of course. These kits are rather easy to adapt to a prosthesis, and it's given me ideas. You see, we could produce prostheses with an electrical transmission system even for non-technomancers. We would just have to...
May I?
Here.
I'd prefer if all those people weren't around.
Let's go to a quiet place. Hey, watch out!
Oh, you bought it? Don't worry, I've already messed you up enough.
You got me.
You know, not using technomancy requires even more control, mastery. I'd completely forgotten this feeling of relaxation, peace.
Welcome back to your people, Andrew.
Thank you very much to both of you. It's so strange. I feel like I'm a new man.
You're welcome, my boy. Have fun.
Hey,
Hey, back.
I'm really happy you're here. With us. With me.
I'm happy too. Without you, I'd just be a poor broken man, lonely and jaded, wasting his life.
It's crazy that's how you see yourself. I'd have never imagined. I remember that time we had to spar against Alan, one of his tough guy asshole sidekicks.
Weren't so tough after we finished with them, were they? You talk about how good I was like you weren't gifted too. Alan never did forgive us for that. Thought that anger was gonna kill him for a while there.
Instead, it just seemed to keep him going. And he got his revenge. You remember that? Scott even had to come take care of me.
I remember Scott seeing you, but I thought it was because you'd gotten sick.
Sick from the beating I got, maybe, after Alan and his fellow pricks cornered me in one of the halls. Broke two of my ribs.
If I'd have known that, Alan might not be walking around today. Wish I could have protected you. Won't make that same mistake again. I want to be like your shadow.
I'd be happy to be in your shadow.
I'm used to not being welcome wherever I go, but this place, won't we be despised for who we are? After what they've all been through, the grudges they hold against mankind, more than understandable. But I'm worried, Phobos. Will your support be enough to grant us safe passage?
I believe so, but I'll also need to ask for Stump's support. He's our best orator, so as long as he's on board, it won't be a problem.
Farewell, Noctis. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way.
I'm sorry, Nisha.
Stop. It's not your fault. It's Victor's. I just hope I can come home soon.
If you have a minute, can we talk?
What's this about?
Thanks to you and Scott, I got my abilities back. Doesn't make me a technomancer though, does it? Doesn't make me one of you. And I know you all go through a lot of training together, which I never had. Everything I know was picked up from an old renegade technomancer who showed me some of the basics. Had to trade it for a little serum. But I'm tired of being on the outside. I just want to belong. If you, I guess, think I'm worthy or whatever.
You're right, Andrew. Maybe it is time to initiate you.
How painful is it?
Guess you'll see. He obviously can't use the old sight anymore, so you'll need some imagination. We can give it a go. Come on. There was a pitch-black circular room with a console in the middle. When I started it up, flickering bluish images appeared. A doctor examining a man. The man had apparently undergone a mutation that allowed him to generate a massive electrical charge. He was the first Technomancer, Andrew.
So you're saying you and I are...
Afflicted with a specific mutation that the settlers were studying. It's why they created our gear. You, who has witnessed the secret with your own eyes, who, in your heart, knows the knowledge that he bears is true, and has understood that this knowledge could cast our kind into an endless pit of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon who you thought you were, and now become our brother, Andrew Mancer. Together, we've shared the water and secret. Now, swear to forever protect the knowledge of the earth and dedicate your life to finding it again, to defend and protect our secret, even if you must sacrifice your life to do so.
I swear I will.
Then, welcome, brother.
I want to thank you, Zach. I'm still trying to come to terms with some thoughts and feelings about what we found in the dome together. What we've found together. All of it. I never felt so close to anyone. No one's ever given me this much before. I guess what I'm saying is, and I don't want to say something that's gonna, whatever, but it made me realize you mean more to me than a friendship. More than... You've become someone I want to be like. No. Someone I want to be with.
It's not gonna whatever me, Andrew. I feel exactly the same way. The same. Next time we're on break, come meet me in my bedroom. If you want.
I do. And I will. You alone?
Not anymore.
Zach, being this close, going through this journey together, I don't want it to stop. Ever.
Me too. I get it. I've been alone for so long, I never thought I would have someone enter my life. Someone I would feel so close to. There's no reason why it should stop. Not ever. We're here. We're finally here. I hope the beacon of this lost city actually works.
For fuck's sake, it's better. Walking to the pole would be a pain in the ass. Our rover mods have made my baby more sluggish than, well, me after a few drinks. Anyway, I can tell you that we aren't the first to go down this path.
You think it's the ASC?
Not sure, but I can make out tracks. Some of which look older than you.
This brings back memories.
What else is fucking new?
No, I've been down that road before. Yeah, I'm 50, 90, 100% sure it's with your father.
And you couldn't say that earlier?
I wasn't familiar with the road. I'm sorry. I just didn't realize that this was the city that we...
All right, settle down, you two. Let's not dwell on the past. We can do that later, when it's warm. But Scott, if you've been here before, your memories could be useful.
How strange. This feels like we're going back in time. I wonder how this will change things between humans and mutants.
If we contact Earth, many things will change. And if we have any say, those changes will be for the betterment of all mutant kind.
Soothing words, but I cannot help but be suspicious. They may be our ancestors, but I have the feeling they won't be pleased with their descendants.
I wonder if Victor's beat us to the punch. If he did.
He wouldn't destroy it. He couldn't. He's an egomaniac. He'd just want credit for being the first to turn it. No, what worries me is what happens if he discovers our secret.
Either way, it's time to end this. Time for a little payback. Mancer style.
Zach, I'm nervous. Whatever we discover could change our lives, and everyone's on Mars. Do we really want to contact a planet that has neglected us for so long?
If we don't do it, someone else will. And they might have less than pure intentions.
True. Better us than someone like Victor. But still, it's such a precarious responsibility.
Zach, just a moment.
Yes, Andrew? What's up?
It's just... we're about to contact Mother Earth. A world we haven't heard from in a century. And if we succeed, it'll change life for everyone on Mars. You ready for that?
Maybe. Are you?
Part of me is scared that Earth's aid would make Mars, the corporations, the Technomancers, all obsolete. But the other part tells me everything will be alright. As long as we stick together. No matter what, I'll always be at your side.
As will I. Let's make history.
Initializing storage system display. Connection to Earth in progress. Connection failed. Extrapolating incomplete data. Updating solar system display.
Destroyed. Earth is gone. All these years wasted dreaming of a rescue from a place that's nothing but a cloud of scattered rocks. Everyone on Mars, if they hear of this, they'll be devastated. What am I gonna tell them? What should I do, Andrew?
Wish I had the perfect answer for you. But I can only tell you how I feel. And I feel that people deserve the truth. The truth will set us free, right? Without a doubt, it will cause riots, maybe even wars. But you'll finally give people a chance to leave their lives of ignorance. Knowing that Mars is all we have is a scary thing, but it's just as liberating. And ceasing to pretend that Technomancers are human will let you, me, and all our brothers and sisters live openly, free and proud. And I'm sure that Noctis or Mutant Valley would welcome us if the corporation's views on us turn sour.
It's time for the truth. There'll be no more hiding, no more secrets. I'm gonna tell them of Earth's destruction and reveal the true identity of every single Technomancer on the planet. This news will send shockwaves across Mars, but it's the first step for changing our planet. For the better. Let's go. Mutant Valley awaits. Looking back now, I bet I wouldn't even recognize the young Zachariah Mancer who just earned his stripes. And little did I know that all my choices would compound together and shape the city under the ice. Andrew works hard on his craft, pushing himself to control each and every intricacy of technomancy. Today, he teaches apprentices, hoping that no young technomancer will ever have to go through what he did. He's grown quite a bit from when I first met him. And he's my best friend, my favorite companion. He's loving, loyal, and unwaveringly supportive. An alter ego I didn't think existed.